Hello my lovelies and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having an amazing day. So for today's video I thought that I would sit down and do some makeup with you. Something very simple but yet very glam. I hope it turns out alright. Basically on my Instagram I asked you guys to send me through some suggestions for today's video. And I got one that I really liked, and that was the do a full face of makeup using your ride or die products. Now because this is going to be a very simple yet pretty glam look, I'm wanting to do a full face of ride or die drugstore products for you guys. So all my favourite products that I literally probably can't live without that are drugstore, and I'm going to do a full face of that. So if you guys are interested in seeing how the look turns out, then just keep on watching. So firstly I'm going to be starting off by taking the Maybelline New York Baby Skin. This is the Instant Pore Eraser. So I use this in my T-zone. It's kind of like a dupe for Benefit Professional. It's really amazing and fills in the pores really nicely, and it's just a really good drugstore primer that I have been using heaps lately. So I just like to get a bit of this and put it in my T-zone and also on my chin, just anywhere I really get any pores that need to be filled in so that the makeup can go over my skin really nice and smoothly. While I'm letting that settle into my skin, I'm going to move on to my eyebrows and then come back to my face afterwards. Alright, moving on to eyebrows, I'm going to be taking the Brow This Way by Rimmel, and I'm just going to take the pomade side of this. This will be my all-time favourite drugstore eyebrow product to use. I literally use it all the time. So I'm just going to take it on a angled eyebrow brush and fill in my eyebrows. I've honestly been using this product for the longest time now and it's never let me down. I really do love it so much. Okay, that's as good as they're gonna get. What's new? Okay, now to clean the eyebrows up, I'm gonna be taking my all-time ride or die concealer. That's a drugstore concealer. This is the Master Conceal by Maybelline and I love it so much. It's the shade Light. So I'm just going to pop a little bit on the back of my hand and then use it to carve out my eyebrows. So I'm just carefully carving out my eyebrows with that concealer, just to make them look way tidier because my eyebrows are a bit of a mess, but that's okay. This definitely always pulls through. I'm also going to use this to prime my eyelids, even though I'm not really going to be doing much shadow. The next step is to set that concealer in place where I just put it. So to do this, I'm going to be using my Rimmel Stay Matte powder in translucent, and I'm just going to set my eyelids with that so that we can pop the shadow on nice and seamlessly over top. This stuff is honestly such a lifesaver and such a good drugstore powder. I use it on myself heaps, and I also use it on clients heaps as well. Now for today's look, I don't really want to be focused on the eyes. I just want to do something very, very simple. So what I'm going to do is literally just put a little bit of brown to warm my crease and make it look more defined. So I'm going to be taking Makeup Geek's eyeshadow in the colour Creme Brulee. And I'm just going to be putting that throughout my crease and just kind of like warming it up and buffing it in, and just giving my eye some more dimension so it doesn't just look flat and boring in contrast to my face. Makeup Geek eyeshadows are actually so affordable and they're not exactly drugstore. You can't pick them up in stores here in New Zealand, but you can go online and they are very cheap. Okay, so we'll go back to the eyes zone. I told you it was going to be super simple on the eyes. So now I'm going to move along to my Ride or Die foundation. This is something I have recently kind of discovered and it is my favorite. I know I use a lot of Rimmel products in this video. It provides some really good drugstore products, but this is my favorite foundation. It is Rimmel, and it is the Lasting Finish Breathable foundation, and my color is in 200 Soft Beige. I think what I love about this the most is its applicator. I just love it so much. So I'm just gonna pop this on my face. So I'm just going to bounce that into my face with a beauty blender. This is just the Real Techniques beauty sponge. Okay, now moving along to concealer, I'm going to be taking that same concealer I used before. It's just the Maybelline concealer, and I'm going to pop that underneath my eyes and around my nose, my chin, and the rest of my face as well. So James Charles came out with a really good video idea the other day, and I think it was like an in-depth of face and eyes and like different like just facial features. And I think the thing about YouTube these days is we completely forget and think that all of our subscribers know what they're doing, but they actually come to us to watch what we do and explain in order for them to do it. I think that's what we miss out on doing sometimes, is explaining and being more in detail and depth. So I might actually consider doing a video like that, because I know a lot of my subscribers are actually quite young as well, and so they want to know how to apply their makeup well, and I may as well try and be as in-depth as possible for you guys. So I might consider bringing out a video like that sometime soon for you. Now let me tell you, this powder is literally my all-time favorite ride or die powder. Nothing will ever replace it at this moment. It's got bomb as coverage. I use it in literally every single tutorial because it's that good. And I don't think I could live without it, honestly, until I found a replacement for it, which I haven't yet. And it is the Australis Fresh and Flawless Pressed Powder, and for underneath my eyes I'm going to go in with the shade Light Beige. So I'm going to be using a technique today that I have recently been doing heaps, and I learnt it from Jaclyn Hill in her video where she does like flawless skin, because she is like the queen of flawless skin. So I'm going to be taking my beauty sponge and I'm actually going to be dipping it into the powder and using this to bake slash set slash powder my under eyes. I'm just going to take the other end to make sure that I get no creasing underneath my eyes, and then swap it around and lightly pack it on. She does it so gracefully too when she does it, like she's like I don't know how she does it, but I'm going to lightly pack this on because it is your under eyes. Make sure you're nice and careful, it's really important. Now I'm going to set the rest of my face with the same powder, just in a darker shade. This is in Deep Natural. I'm just going to pop this around the other parts of my face that haven't already been powdered, and kind of just like around the perimeter of my face. Okay, moving on to bronzer. I don't know if this technically counts as drugstore. I don't know if it does at all, but it's 100% my ride or die product, and I'm sure it's a lot of you guys' ride or die product too. It is the Hoola by Benefit. This is a bronzer I literally cannot live without. So I'm going to take this and just pop it around the perimeter of my face and carve out my cheekbones a little bit. So I'm just using circular kind of motions to buff this into my skin. Now, although this isn't a drugstore bronzer, it is definitely something I would totally 100% recommend. Now I'm going to be taking my favorite all-time contour shade. This is Bahama Mama by the Balm. This can be purchased in places like Life Pharmacy, so technically it is a drugstore product because the Balm is kind of counted as drugstore. So yeah, I'm just going to be using this to now contour my face. So firstly I'm just going to go in with my nose and contour my nose a little bit and just snatch it up. Moving along to blush, I'm going to be taking my literally ride or die, I have non-stop been using this ever since I bought it, drugstore blush. Is the Milani Baked Blush. This is so affordable. I'm pretty sure I got off like Beauty Bay. I'm not 100% sure if that's right, but you can go check it out for yourself if you want to. Pop it on my cheeks and kind of just swirl it back. Okie dokie, please excuse the lighting. It is really going to crack real fast. My light above me is dying, so that's cool. So for highlighter today, I'm going to be taking the Wet n Wild highlighter. This has literally been a ride or die. It is so beautiful, I can't even explain. This is in the shade Precious Petals. So I'm just going to be popping this all over here and taking it back. Then I'm just going to be popping it on my nose as well. I've liked running it down the bridge of my nose a lot lately. And Cupid's bow, obviously, so when we put lipstick on it makes our lips appear a lot bigger. I'm also going to put it underneath my brow bone and also on my inner corners as well. Okay, so for lashes today I'm going to be taking the Glam by Manicure Intense Lashes. These are very cheap and I literally am in love with these. So while the lash glue on those is drying, I'm gonna move on to mascara. This has to be my absolute favorite drugstore mascara. This is the I Heart Extreme by Essence. It's the Crazy Volume Mascara and it is amazing. So I'm just going to coat my lashes with this. The wand is really large too and it's quite flexible. Okay, honestly, look how much of a difference that made to my eyelashes. Like, that is crazy. See what I mean? These lashes are literally stunning. Like, they are so pretty. I love them. Just taking a little bit of Hoola that I used before, I'm going to be finishing off the eyes by taking a brush and just running this brown from outer to inner corner on my lower lash line. Now, of course, this would not be a ride or die holy grail video without something from Colourpop. Now, I honestly am so in love with Colourpop cosmetics products, genuinely, because it provides such amazing high quality products for such an affordable price. What I'm going to be doing today is taking Swerve gel liner and I'm going to be putting this in my tight line and my waterline. I also have the pencil version of this, but I can't actually find it, so I'm just going to be using the gel one. This is one that I actually use on clients. It just comes in a little pot like this and it's really, really affordable, so I definitely recommend you going and checking out Colourpop's stuff as well. This is just going to make sure that the lashes and the lash band blend together. It's also going to make them look a bit thicker. I used to do this all the time in my tutorials and I have just recently started doing it again, is putting the colour Tassel. It's from Colourpop. It's just a white shiny eyeshadow and I'm going to pop this in my inner corners to bring heaps of life to my inner corners. Now to completely finish off the makeup look, I'm going to be taking Chi Chi's lipstick and lip liner. This is both in a red colour. It's in Femme Fatal? I don't know. I'll leave it below. Oh my god, I did not just break it. I just broke it. No way. I'm so bad at putting my lipstick on camera. I'm so sorry about that. So what I just did was I put that Chi Chi lipstick on in the middle and then on the outside to create a more ombre effect, I put on Bichette. That's what it's called. It's a lippie stick by Colourpop. Colourpop, once again, Colourpop products are amazing and all of their lippie sticks are really, really good, and all of their liquid lipsticks are also very good and affordable, and they are kind of like my go-to. I don't actually have a drugstore setting spray, so I set my face with MAC Fix Plus. Anyway, so this is the completed makeup look. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel down below if you haven't already. I love you guys so much and I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day. Bye!